Hainan Island Operation. The Hainan Island Operation, or Kainan-tō sakusen in Japanese, was part of a campaign by the Empire of Japan during the Second Sino-Japanese War to blockade the Republic of China and prevent it from communicating with the outside world, as well as to prevent imports of much-needed arms and materials. Hainan Island lies midway between French Indochina and Hong Kong, occupying a position south of the Lizhou Peninsula across the Strait of Hainan. It is also near Guangzhou, a French leased territory on the southern coast of China. The 33,920 square kilometers Hainan Island had a population of 2,200,000 at the time. The island was guarded by the 152nd Division, approximately 25,000 strong, under the command of Yu Hanmo, who was in charge of peace preservation in Guangdong Province. The Japanese Navy, after the capture of Canton the previous year, had maintained a formidable blockade all along the coast of South, Central and North China. However, loopholes were found in the southern end of the blockade line. These included the supply route to Chiang Kai-shek with Hong Kong and northern French Indochina as relay points, and the direct routes through Hainan Island and Guangzhou areas. Because of these loopholes, as well as the necessity to conduct air operations deep into the interior as far as the Kunming area, the Japanese Navy came to feel the necessity for establishing air bases on Hainan Island. The central authorities of the Navy advocated this move. Operations were carried out by the Special Naval Landing Forces with Army elements supporting them. Escorting a convoy, the South China Naval Force commanded by Vice Admiral Kondo Nobutake entered and anchored in Tsinghai Bay on the northern shore of Hainan Island at midnight on February 9, 1939, and carried out a successful landing. In addition, Navy land combat units effected a landing at Haikou at 1200 on February 10. Thereafter, the Army and Navy forces acted in concert to mop up the northern zone. On 11 February, the land combat units landed at Sama at the southern extremity of Hainan Island and occupied the key positions of Yulin and Yaixien. Thereafter, the units engaged in the occupation and subjugation of the entire island. The Communists under Feng Beizhou and the native Li people of Hainan fought a vigorous guerrilla campaign against the Japanese occupation, but in retaliation over 1/3 of the male population were killed by the Japanese. Later, Hainan Island became a naval administrative district with Hainan Guard District headquarters established at Sama. Strategically, the island was built as a forward air base as well as an advance base for blockading Chiang. At the same time, the iron and copper resources of the island were exploited. Control of Hainan Island provided a base of operations for the invasion of Guangdong Province and French Indochina, as well as providing air bases that permitted long-distance air raids of routes into China from French Indochina and Burma. The occupation of Hainan lasted until the surrender of Japan in September 1945.